JK Dobbins is out for the year for the Baltimore Ravens. How do the Ravens go about addressing that running back issue? Let's talk about it. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to TTB Ravens Media, bringing Ravens content every single day. If you want to see that daily Ravens content, make sure to subscribe button down below. Hit the notification bell as well if you want to get notified every single time I upload a brand new video. Now, in this video today, I'm going to be talking about the running back position and how the Ravens should move forward without their running back one for this season. All right, it sucks. JK Dobbins is done for this year. I don't know, it's kind of unlikely the Ravens end up bringing him back next year. So hopefully, obviously I would love to see it work out with him coming back to the Ravens and wishing him the best. Really right now he's just focusing on recovery. So, outside of JK Dobbins, we got to look at what the Ravens have, okay? They've got Gus Edwards. They've got Justice Hill. They have Melvin Gordon. Those are the three running backs that they currently have. Melvin Gordon was activated to the 53-man roster, or is expected to be this week, to replace JK, but that's who the Ravens are rocking with. Obviously, the Ravens have Keaton Mitchell. When he does end up getting healthy, he will be on the 53-man roster, but he's on injured reserve right now. Should the Ravens go after somebody, or should the Ravens stay with what they got? Let's analyze what they have. They have Gus Edwards. We know who Gus Edwards is. He's been the same running back since his rookie year. As an undrafted rookie, he is a bruising back that is, he can catch the ball. He's not amazing at catching, but he's not awful at it. He can catch, he can block. He's willing to, just grind out the game, but he's also able to hit some explosive plays. Maybe not, 80-yard runs, but, he's able to hit the hole with some speed, with some burst, and get us 15, 25, even 40-yard runs, for the Baltimore Ravens. He's always reliable. He's consistent. He doesn't fumble the ball, if ever. And then, we have Justice Hill. Justice Hill's a bit more of a wild card. We know that, he's definitely made some improvements looking at how he's run the football from preseason his rookie year to preseason now. And we saw him in, week one last night or 2 nights ago against the, I guess it wasn't the night game. It was an afternoon game, but 2 afternoons ago on Sunday. And we saw him go out there and score 2 touchdowns. And he is a good pass catching back. He was drafted to kind of be a third down running back and, potential special teams contributor. He's been a great special teams contributor. I love having Justice Hill on the 53-man roster. But he's been looking like he's made some improvements to running the football. He does have speed. He does have burst. Most importantly, he has hands. Then we have Melvin Gordon. Melvin Gordon's the vet. Melvin Gordon is, I hate to say it, but he's kind of a fumble machine, but he's a consistent running back and has been since he was with the San Diego Chargers when he was drafted. Now, obviously, the LA Chargers, running back out of Wisconsin. He's always been pretty solid. He was compared with Todd Gurley, who's the best running back in that draft class. And, for a little bit, it was still comparable. And Todd Gurley obviously ended up becoming maybe the best running back in the NFL, but Melvin Gordon, Pro Bowler. Like, Melvin Gordon was a really good running back in his prime. He's not in his prime anymore, but he's still a suitable running back. He's played for the Broncos. He's played for the Chiefs, or Chiefs practice squad at least. He's been around. He knows what he's doing. Can this work? Yes. I'm going to propose some things that I think that we should do instead, though. As much as I like Keaton Mitchell, as much as I like Justice Hill and Gus Edwards, why not try and make a splash? I'm not talking about trading for Jonathan Taylor. I don't think that's happening. I'm writing that off right now. If it happens, I don't know. Depending on what we give up, I'd be okay with it. I don't want to sign Jonathan Taylor. I'll say that for a multi-year extension. So what do I want? A 1-year contract so that the Ravens can go out and draft a running back next year. That's what I believe in with the running back position. Unless you have a guy that is a top 5 running back talent in the NFL and you can run your offense through him, a guy like a Derrick Henry, a guy like a Christian McCaffrey, those are kind of the 2 main guys currently. Then we have some young guys. I think Saquon could be one of those guys. I think that Bijan Robinson, will be one of those guys. Those are kind of the players that I think of when I think, okay, let's build an offense around them. Unless you have one of those guys, I think drafting a new guy every 4 or 5 years or whatever is more worthwhile. So get somebody for this year, next year, draft. Who are the players that are available? One is Leonard Fournette. Leonard Fournette would be the cheap option for a player that could play this year. I think Leonard Fournette is a better player than Melvin Gordon right now. He's a physical running back. He's able to catch the ball. He played with Tom Brady. over in Tampa Bay, and he looked really good in Tampa Bay. He's called playoff Lenny for a reason. He steps up in those big games, but you can still give him a lot of carries throughout the game. But he's also fine with taking a back seat. Like, he's not going to come in and demand every touch. You could put him in a committee and have him be the lead back of that committee. I would not be opposed to a Leonard Fournette whatsoever. But I pulled up the list because I forgot about one guy. Kareem Hunt. Kareem Hunt played with Todd Monken. He's familiar with his game. Todd Monken's familiar with Kareem Hunt's game. Kareem Hunt, he's kind of seen as this pass catching back because he's better at it than Nick Chubb. He's not a great pass catcher. He can catch the ball, but he's just a really solid running back. His debut with the Kansas City Chiefs is one of the greatest debuts of all time for any rookie player. Him on, I think it was Thursday Night Football against the New England Patriots. Maybe it was Sunday night. But overall, it was like he put the league on notice, and he has been a very good running back ever since. And obviously, he took a back seat to Nick Chubb in Cleveland, but that was a dynamic duo. Like, you weren't devastated as a Browns fan when Nick Chubb goes to the sideline for a breather. I feel like sometimes you're pretty upset when your guy goes to the sideline. If Saquon Barkley goes to the sideline, Giants fans are a little bit upset, right? If Christian McCaffrey goes to the sideline, Niners fans are upset. Derrick Henry, when he goes to the sideline, unless it's 3rd and long, because Derrick Henry has bricks for hands like Kadarius Toney, you're upset. You want him on the field as much as possible. But Kareem Hunt, with Nick Chubb, who's a top 5 running back in the NFL, it was like, okay, now we got Kareem Hunt in. Let's see what we were able to do here. He's got speed. He's got power. He can score touchdowns. He can catch the ball. He's a do-it-all type of player. Well, now he's a free agent. And, he hasn't been seen as a lead running back since he was in Kansas City and since he was cut because of an off-the-field issue. And that's the biggest reason why I think the Ravens might not do it, is because of the off-the-field issue. I think they're willing to do the money. They can get the money to work. If you do it on a 1-year contract, you could absolutely sign Kareem Hunt to 1 year to be our lead back, because he could go, oh, I'm the lead back now. I'll take, what is it? If you pay him $5 million, Spot Trek has his market value at about $7 million. If you pay him $5 million and you say, hey, this year, you're our lead back. You can show the rest of the NFL what you are as a lead running back, because he could go out there and he could ball out and, be in a really good run offense, because he'll know, oh, wow, I'm going to a really good rushing offense. They have Lamar Jackson, which is going to help the rushing offense. I'm going to look really good here. Get himself a good contract with another team, to maybe stay as a lead running back in the NFL, or, get a, 3-year, $20 million contract somewhere where you can be that, number 2 or even that number 1, and they draft a guy to, split carries and be in the backfield. That provides value to him. And I think it provides value to the Ravens, because having a good running back, I don't think the Ravens have a running back where we can look at it and teams have to look at them and be like, we got to stop this guy. Because now we're at a point where the Ravens passing game is the we have to stop, and the running game I feel like is going to be second fiddle because of just how dynamic the Ravens wide receivers are, and because we don't have, like, when we have JK Dobbins, I think teams are like, we got to stop the run, we got to stop JK. With Gus Edwards, I don't think that's necessarily the case. Teams have known who Gus Edwards is for 4 years. It's not changing. But Kareem Hunt, teams would have to be like, they do have Kareem Hunt, who can still play. He's not a 34-year-old running back. Kareem Hunt is 27 years old. Leonard Fournette is 28. Both players, you look at it, it's like, yeah, they're on the older age for running backs, but they can still play. And other teams will have to look at him and be like, okay, we do have to stop this guy. We can't just leave the box wide open. And what happens when teams have to play against the run helps out the pass. I think Kareem Hunt's the best option the Ravens have at running back. Do I think it's super likely? Not really, but we do have the ties with Todd Monken to Kareem Hunt. Obviously, Odell knows him. I don't know how their relationship is, but the Browns always had a good running game when Todd Monken was there in Cleveland. Let me know in the comment section down below your guys' thoughts. How should the Ravens attack this issue that they have with the injury? We're all rooting for you, JK. Hope you get better. Hope you do good, whether it's on the Ravens next year or whatever team ends up signing you. But thank you all so much for watching. Subscribe for daily Ravens content, and we'll see all of you again tomorrow.